Would you like to read the next? And I wanted to talk about that first word, first two words actually. Amateur is a person that does something not to be paid. Okay. So, and a snapper is probably a synonym for someone who takes photographs. So, amateur snapper, Mary McGowan. Okay. So, Shivant, go ahead and give it a try.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, should I read this now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure.
You said it good. Keep going.
I'm sure snapper Mary grown become familiar with her neighbors by leaving out seeds and nuts for the birds and squirrels, which hang out in their Larrywood garden. She has
Florida.
Florida, Florida
Garden.
Mhm.
garden. She had only a few seconds to capture the gesticulations
Good
of
job. Gesticulations. Good. That means motions.
gesticulation of this indigenous
Indignant.
individual individual
Indignant.
Individual.
individual who has all the flavors
Furious. Furious.
furious in,
Intensity.
intensity of an irate New York
Pedestrian.
pedestrian. He has a coaching or
No, coughing like
something,
coughing.
coughing or something, but after a few seconds he was just fine and went back by eating. MG Grown has said.
Okay, let's go look at that picture. Can you go back and look at the picture one more time because it was before the break? So if you take it back one, that would be great. Just to look at the squirrel again. There he is. What word, if you had one word to describe what that squirrel would be saying, what does it look like he's saying?
Laziness.
Attention.
Yeah. Hi, Doc.
Like
Well,
he's giving a command and he's training to a troop or somebody. And he's very enthusiastic and he wants his team to win. So he's shouting at the top of his voice.
exactly.
Maybe his troop member are not taking that much effort. And
He really looks like a coach. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And he does not want to lose his chance.
No. And
Ma'am,
yes.
this picture has many stories behind it. We can just seem to make our own stories. Like Sajed sir said that he's a coach of somebody or
Yeah.
leader of one of their group.
Yeah.
And I think he's taking laziness there.
And the person that wrote the article thought he looked like somebody on the streets of New York City and the US.
Ma'am,
because they have a tendency
maybe
to be.
he would be dancing, ma'am.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So anyway, it's a great photo. And squirrels are always cute. They're pretty cool. Okay, let's go past this one and past the reading and see the next photo. I love this one. It's so cute.
Oh, it's
who
very
is this, ma'am?
cute and it's funny.
It's so funny. Yeah, let's go to the reading and Doc, she can read the next one. And Cheeky Monkey.
This cheeky monkey mugshot was taken by endangered celebes crested macaque using equipments owned by British photographer David Slater. After several days befriending a troop of macaques in Sulawesi, Indonesia, Slater set up a selfie station to turn their curiosity to his own ends.
Once they started to touch the camera and play with the cable release, he said. I had to move closer to steady the true tripod from being knocked over. It was when I lying prostrate on the forest floor steadying the tripod that I heard the familiar sound of shots being fired. Looking up, I saw a delighted macaque pulling faces at its own reflection as the shutter was firing. It was utterly hilarious.
Hilarious. That means, yeah, just laughing. Yeah, just laughing and laughing. I love that one. Well, we've got a lot of other funny photos, so let's go on to the next one. Waving bear.
He's enjoying his
It's a
holidays
good one.
and saying hello to the people coming there.
Yeah,
He
so
seems to
cute.
be going on a summer vacation.
Yes.
So relaxed. Okay, let's read the next.
Who is reading this?
It's Sartak's turn.
Yes, ma'am. Brown bears living in coastal Alaska, George, on fish in the summer months, building up their fat stores to get them through the hard winter. Amateur photographer Alan Vernon caught this relaxed individual chillaxing on a gravel bar between meals. Most of the time he laid on his belly. Vernon said in a post about the photo, but for a short time he laid on his back and put on this show. I was on the beach with six other people standing about 100 yards away. It was a precious moment.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, very fun. Okay, good job. Let's go to the next slide.
Ma'am, should I read?
It's pretty funny.
Ma'am,
Big
this
boss.
cat is about to sleep, ma'am.
Is a
Like
as if this tomcat
she'll fall, ma'am.
has left all his friends have gone ahead, and he woke up late and he's just watching very strangely that oh they have gone very
Ma'am,
far.
it is even looking that she had so much stomach full
Yes,
lunch
ma'am.
or something
A
and she's
good
relaxing
dinner.
now. Not
Right.
a
Good
dinner.
dinner and
No.
slept.
Okay,
I
let's go
think
to the
I think his friends have left him stranded, and he's just very angrily looking them why they have left him. They have gone far.
he can't keep up with his friends, I don't think. Let's go to the next one. Unadi, would you like to read the next?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
and if feral felines, you know, the feral cats are the ones that live with they don't have homes to go to, they just live outdoors. Okay, so let's go ahead, Unadi.
News of the large feral feline population on Japan's Enoshima Island acted as a catnip to professional cat photographer Kinichi Morgina. Is it Morgina?
You know, one thing I
Morinaga.
always say, yeah,
Morinaga.
I think it's
Ga.
Morinaga. You're right, but you know, if you're reading
Naga.
and you don't pronounce someone's name correctly, they'll correct you. But a lot of times, if it's a different language, it's forgivable not to say the name perfectly. So good job.
Morinaga. My shooting style is walking from morning until sunset without lunch to find lazy cats. He says, this heavy weighted individual lounging herborside with a magnificent air immediately caught his eye. This big boss makes us smile. Maybe he has a good build. That and his way of sitting is so embarrassing and lazy. That's why it is so funny.
Yeah. So Big Boss, okay, so the mafia is an Italian crime syndicate, okay? So mafioso air is another way of saying he's like the tough guy. He's the tough cat. He's the big boss. So, right. There again, you know, they make us smile because they remind us sometimes of people that we know or maybe don't know. Let's go to the next slide. I love this one. So cute.
Ma'am,
Dasha,
how would he took the photo, ma'am?
I know, isn't that funny? And I wanted to tell you since you came late that these photos are from the Guardian English newspaper, and it was just recently on December 9th they published all these cute photos, and I knew you guys would like them. So let's go to the next slide. And Dash, would you like to read this?
Yes, ma'am. Underwater photographer Atero Teletheman was diving off El Hierro in Canary Islands. Then he bumped into this very cheerful Mediterranean parrotfish whose toothsome grin looked straight out of Finding Nemo. This was I saw this particular fish with its special smile and waited laying quietly on the rock. He says, I took a few pictures from farther away just to make sure, and then the fish swam directly towards me for an instant, giving me time for just one more. The perfect shot. The fish can be tricky photo subject, he adds, and shy of the huge bubbling monster invading their space. But Teletheman remembers the word of the great Bruce Lee and he blends in as well as he can. Be water, my friend.
So I wanted to mention that Bruce Lee is a famous martial arts artist that did a lot of films in the 1960s, 1970s. And so because he did martial arts, he would say, be water, my friend, just be part of the environment. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Oh,
This one.
as if this one has shared a secret with him, and he's extremely perplexed to know, surprised, astonished.
What?
Oh,
Yes,
really?
ma'am.
Somebody is backbiting about him, and then he came to know that people whom he trusts their best friend, they are talking something bad about him.
You know, and these would be perfect to put up in a classroom and say, okay, write a story about this
Yes, yes,
because
yes, ma'am.
they would really be good. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Shivansh, it's your turn.
Yes, ma'am. Every year, elephant cells
Feel.
gather gather on a particle
Particular
tree,
Particular.
particular BH
beach,
beach near San Simeon in California.
Californian,
Say Californian says the American nature photographer G.
George
G.
Cathcart,
George Cathcart in December thousands of seals of all ages email out to give birth necessary their babies and mate before returning to the water. Bull seas come as far to stake out territories. He says often physically threatening a bloody, if somewhat ungenerally processed, they can be quite commonly as they
Comical.
go comical as they go about
Swatting.
letting each other with their nose, he said.
Well, very funny. Let's go to the next slide. I like this one. This was taken in India, I believe.
Oh,
Have you seen an animal like that before?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
A
ma'am. Chameleon, ma'am. Ma'am,
So-
he's feeling like, ma'am, someone beat him very badly, but he could not beat him. So he's very much angry and climbing the tree. Very
You
much
see,
angrily.
like,
And without means his presence of mind is not there. So he is climbing when there is no branch, still he is climbing, trying to
He
climb
has
it.
nowhere else
I
to
mean,
go. He's
ma'am,
What
it
do you-
can change the color of its body according to its surrounding, ma'am.
Environment.
the photo is taken when the chameleon is just to the end and it's just gonna be brownish, but the photo is taken in the green.
how long are they? How long are the chameleons?
It's just like a hand palm, like this much. More
Like
than
this?
this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's read the words about it. Can we go to the next slide, please?
Ma'am, the body is like our hand palm too, and I think the tail is just this much long.
Okay, cool. Sartak, would you like to read about this?
Yes, ma'am. It seems this Indian chameleon as a photographed in the Western Ghats mountain range by Gurumurthy. K.
Moti K would like you to keep
Oh,
a
sorry, it's Sartak's turn. Sartak's turn.
It seems this Indian chameleon as photographed in the Western Ghats mountain range by Gurumurthy K. would like you to keep off his lawn. Chameleons change their colors for communication and the thermoregulate. Bright colors like this vivid green tend to indicate that they are seeking a mate.
Interesting. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Time to go forward.
yeah.
Beautiful, huh? Just a great
And
photo.
Is it looking as if a unicorn?
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah.
Yeah, the wings. Actually, another bird is behind that animal, but the middle part of the bird is completely hidden, and only the wings are looking as if the wings belong to this animal.
Yeah.
so I
That's
thought that
incredible.
it is really
Sir,
unicorn.
it is looking like Tarzan the Wonder Bull.
Hmm.
I love that. It's so beautiful. And Unadi, would you like to read about it? And Pegasus, flying horse. Let's go to the words. Okay, Unadi.
timing is everything is photography and never more clarity. Clearly, then is wildlife photography. Jagdeep Rajput's perfectly
Aligned.
aligned image in which a disagreement between Nilgai, a type of antelope, and a Sirius
Sarus. Crane.
Sarus crane creates the brief illusion of Pegasus, like
Eagle.
winged Pegasus,
Mhm.
Pegasus, like winged figure. In reality, the bird was re, re,
Repulsive.
Repulsing.
repulsing a visitor who had tres- trespassed too far into his territory. Pati- um, Patience is the key to the heart of wildlife photography, says Rajput, who visits India Kiledio National Park 3 or 4 times a year for several days at a time. One must learn to enjoy being immersed in nature, irrespective of the end result.
Okay, so we've got a few more photos left. Let's just go to the next.
Oh,
And this, I think, is the last one.
yes,
Isn't
yes.
that funny? Look at
They
that
are
little
all
So
baby.
cute. The small baby is climbing.
And yes,
It's
the
a cub,
climbing the polar bear.
bear
He's
cub.
climbing his mama.
And
Let's
it
go.
looks like the mom is leaving him, but he wants to go with his mother, so he's climbing
Yes.
from her.
Yeah, she has lots of fur to hang on to. Let's go to that next, the words. And Dutch, can you read that, please?
Yes, ma'am. Wildlife photographer Daisy Gilardini says nothing is more rewarding than witnessing a mama bear leaving her den in springs with her new cubs. But to do so means braving temperature of minus 50 degrees Celsius or below. The bitterly cold hours, days, and weeks waiting in front of den are worth every single second. She says the cold is a a challenge. Camera will slowly freeze, starting with the batteries, then the control panels and monitor. Soon the photographer must shoot without seeing what's on the screen. It comes with practice. Say Gillardin. The only way to learn is to keep shooting and hope for the best. In this instance, the cub's mother was hurrying downhill through deep snow. It was hard going for her two little ones, one of which decided it was much more convenient to hitch a ride on Mama's behind. He jumped and reached out, holding on with a firm bite on Mama's fur backside. And extremely funny and totally unexpected behavior.
That was unexpected. What a reward for being out in the nature all that time. So, well, I believe that is the last slide,
Yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
it's over.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's been fun today. We've had some laughs, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
We are ending perfectly at 9 a.m. 9 p.m.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if we'd get through them, so I'm so glad we did. Okay. Thank you all for coming. It was fun meeting with you.
Thank you for sharing
Yes.
such an
Bye, ma'am.
informative
Have a
PPT.
great day ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. You have a good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, you have a good day and God bless you all.